first graders. Today is Wednesday, September 2nd, 2020. This is our morning meeting, SEL, and a math lesson on 2.07. Now, boys and girls, you were supposed to watch your counselor video before. That was your social emotional learning of this. So you can watch your social emotional learning video from the counselor before or after this meeting. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day this is. I'm happy you're here and watching this recording. Here is today's schedule. You can also find it on our homeroom page and Class Dojo. Here are our reminders, which you can find on our homeroom page. This was the link to the video that I posted for you all of our counselor. This was our social emotional learning video. What we're going to do today is we're going to review counting back and whole part for math. Yesterday, we learned a strategy of using a number line to help us solve a subtraction equation. So in subtraction, we start with the whole, and then we take away a part and get a part. In addition, we start with a part and another part, and we get our whole. So what we're going to do is we're going to imagine this is my pencil. I'm going to start it on the 7 because that's our whole. And now we're going to go backwards because we're minusing or taking away. And I'm going to go back 5 times because that's what my part is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What number did I land on? 2. So we will fill in with a 2. Today, what we're going to learn in math is how to make an addition equation from this. So we're going to take our 2 parts, which are 5 and 2, and that's going to equal our whole, which is 7. And we're going to actually, in math today, get an addition equation and make the subtraction from it. But I'm going to show you. Subtraction, it's whole part. That means biggest number first. In addition, it's smaller numbers first, and then you end with your bigger number, which is your whole. It's part, whole. Now let's take a look at this subtraction equation, 9 take away 4. I'm going to pretend this is my pencil, and I'm going to start at the 9 because 9 is our whole. Are we going to go backwards or forwards, boys or girls, if we are minusing? Backwards, good job. How many hops backwards? 4. Now, boys and girls, am I going to go like this when I'm going backwards? No, because look at all the numbers you skip. You have to take nice, small jumps from line to line, number to number. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What number did we land on? 5. So 9 take away 4 is 5. How we can make an addition equation from this is we would take our 2 parts, 4 plus 5, we're adding, and we get 9 is our whole. Remember, subtraction is whole, part. Addition is part, whole. Let's move on to these 2 number lines. We have 10 take away 6. Who can walk me through 10 take away 6? Yes, our first step is to place our pencil on the whole, which is 10. Now what are we going to do? Oh, yes, go backwards. We're subtracting. How many hops backwards? 6. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where do we end up? At the 4. So 10 take away 6 is 4. How we make this an addition equation is take our parts, 6 plus 4, they become our addends, and then our sum is our whole, which is 10. So it's 6 plus 4 equals 10. Remember, in subtraction, it's whole, part. Addition, it's part, whole. Okay, let's take a look at our other subtraction problem. We have 8 take away 3 equals blank. 8 take away 3 equals blank. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your pencil and you're going to place the pencil on 8. Why we do that is because it's our whole. We're now going to go backwards 3 hops because we're minusing, and 3 is the part we got. 1, 2, 3. What number do we land on? 5. So 8 take away 3 is 5. Our addition problem for that would be 3 plus 5 equals 8. We took our parts, made them our addends, our whole became our sum. Whole, part, subtraction, part, whole is addition. Okay, boys and girls, we are going to do our math PowerPoint for module 1.07. So in subtraction, just what we talked about, we start with our whole and we take a part away and we end with a part. So we already have our whole entire pie made, and now we're breaking it up into pieces to share with others. Whereas in addition, it is part, whole. We start with our ingredients. So think of, you have to have your ingredients to make a pie. So we have to have all of our ingredients. Here's an ingredient, and now we have our whole pie. So this is called a number bond. You may have used it in kindergarten. The square is the whole, and it's made up of its 2 parts. Just like we said, we have our whole pie. We have a piece of it is a part. The other piece is another part. So what we're going to do here is I am going to walk you through and do these. We're not going to do these 2 over here. We're only going to focus on these 2. I'm going to do these 2. These are going to be your models. Then we're going to go on to the next page, and you're going to solve the 3 on your own. So boys and girls, our addition equation says 5 plus 2 equals 7. Part, whole. Part, whole. We know in subtraction, we have to start with our whole. That means 7 has to be our biggest number, and we are subtracting. So 7, our biggest number, has to come first. Our biggest number always has to come first with subtraction. We then could take away 5 equals 2. You could also do 7 minus 2 equals 5. It doesn't matter the order of the parts as long as that whole and minus sign come first. So whole is first, that's the biggest number, then our minus sign. Now I want you to take a look at our next equation. It says 7 plus 3 equals 10. What you're going to do is make a subtraction equation from this. So remember, addition is part, whole. Subtraction is whole, part. So we have to have the 10 first because 10 is our biggest number and it's our whole. We then fill it in with our parts. That means we could have 10 minus 7 equals 3, or we could have 10 minus 3 equals 7. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to go ahead and make your subtraction equation for the 3 problems up here. 5 plus 2 equals 7. Oops. 1 second. 5 plus 2 equals 7. Give me a subtraction equation for that. Give me a subtraction equation for 4 plus 6 equals 10. And give me a subtraction equation for 7 plus 3 equals 10. Go ahead, get to work. Okay, let's start with 5 plus 2 equals 7. The two equations you could have gotten were 7 minus 5 equals 2. Remember that whole, the larger number, is first. Or you could have gotten 7 minus 2 equals 5. Go ahead, work on the 4 plus 6 equals 10. Okay, the subtraction equations you could have gotten were 10 minus 6 equals 4 or 10 minus 4 equals 6. Remembering that it's important that this 10, the larger number, is first. That's our whole. We're going to finish with 7 plus 3 equals 10. Okay, you could have gotten 10 minus 7 equals 3 or 10 minus 3 equals 7. What matters is that this whole came first. Largest number first, and then we use a minus sign, and then we fill it in with the parts. Okay, boys and girls, go ahead, leave this recording. And what I want you to do is to go to your module 2.07 and take your math module 2.07 quiz. Bye.